Can Gojo survive the upcoming gauntlet? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Sukuna trying to survive the upcoming jumping of Jujutsu High. Before we get into the video, there's going to be significant spoilers to the manga. So if you haven't read the manga, please do not watch this video, okay? Can Sukuna, the king of curses that is running out of trump cards after his win over Gojo, and now he's battling to the death with Kashimo, another strongest sorcerer of all time, can Sukuna survive the inevitable jumping of Jujutsu High? That's what I'm going to be going over in this video. So as everybody knows, everybody's been theory crafting that Sukuna is going to be going against Kashimo, and maybe Kashimo has a chance. Even though Kashimo is probably one of the strongest, he was the strongest of the Heian era, I think, or the Edo period, but he's like a lightning user, and he has a secret curse technique that allows him to use his lightning cursed energy without exploding. And that's what he's using on Sukuna, and basically forced him to destroy Megami's body and transform into his regular form. Now that Sukuna is running out of trump cards, the question is, can Sukuna... I do think that Sukuna is going to be able to defeat Kashimo. I don't think Kashimo is going to... Maybe give Sukuna a run for his money, but I do think that Kashimo is inevitably going to fall because he's been wanting to die. He's basically been wanting to die to fight his hardest and go against somebody that's stronger than him, and he's basically a death flag all over. I do think Kashimo's going to die. We've exhausted every one of Sukuna's trump cards so far. He's used Maharaga. He's using his reincarnation already. He basically went to his regular form. So after that, he really doesn't have any trump cards left, or so we think. I don't know if he has any trump cards left. I hope he doesn't, because he's had a lot of trump cards so far. So I think that after that, it's going to really be down to a couple of candidates that could beat Sukuna. The ones that I have in mind, I think Yuta and Hakari are probably the best ones that are going to give Sukuna a run for his money. I do think that Yuta, we haven't really seen the full extent of Yuta so far, but I do think that he is going to be one of the most pivotal characters in this upcoming arc because he is probably the strongest out of all of them. I do think that Hakari has some crazy feats, and he was able to go toe-to-toe with Kashimo, but I mean, he did die 3 times. It's just that his domain expansion is so OP that he was able to come back to life. But I do think that Hakari is on that level, and that's why Gojo basically praised them and think that they're going to be the next generation of sorcerers. I do think that Yuta has a slight advantage because we have seen the feats that he's pulled off in the Culling games, and he basically won a 1v3 against probably one of the strongest sorcerers in his area. And he was able to go against them without even using domain expansion, which is crazy when you think about it, because when he tried to use domain expansion, they all did a domain expansion and they just canceled it out. So we haven't even seen Yuta's domain expansion, and we know how crazy his curse technique is. He can copy anybody. He has bounds of unlimited cursed energy. He also has a Rika, which can store anything, can use any curse technique, a complete hack of a Jujutsu sorcerer. It's either really down to Yuta and Hakari. I think that Yuta and Hakari need to team up, but that may be complicated because Hakari is basically buying time for Kashimo, because Hakari is going ahead and attacking Urame, which is the ice Jujutsu sorcerer, and we don't really know much about her, but she's been waiting for Sukuna to come back, and it's basically his servant. I don't really know what's going on there. They haven't really explored that, but he's basically Kenjaku and Sukuna's servant, and she's going around and trying to help Sukuna become the king of curses again. With that being said, if Yuta and Hakari can actually team up, I do think they can give Sukuna a run for his money. But after that, I think Jujutsu High, they're gonna be fucked. After that, after Yuta and Hakari cannot defeat Sukuna, it's downhill from there. Because who do we have left? We have Yuki. Yuki got bodied by Kenjaku. Like, that's not looking good. Maybe Maki could do something. She's like basically the next reincarnation of Toji, because she seems like that. She just doesn't have a heavenly pact, but she's basically a special grade sorcerer at this point because she killed her cursed reincarnated brother, which is basically a special grade curse. So she killed him all by herself, or with the help with the blood guy, but he basically died trying to help her. And I think so she's probably at a special grade sorcerer, but I'm not exactly sure she could go all out with the king of curses. And then we also have Yuji. I don't think he's going to be... I mean, we did see that he was, boxing Sukuna, and he wasn't really re-affected by those cuts that Sukuna was dishing out to him. But other than that, I don't think any killer move that could do any damage to Sukuna, like Divergent Flish, like Black Flash. We saw Sukuna tank Black Flash from Gojo. I don't think that there's really anything that Yuji can do to him unless he magically gets a domain expansion, because we haven't seen him practice for a domain expansion. We haven't seen anything mentioned about his domain expansion. We don't even know if the Divergent Fist is his curse technique, so we have no idea what Yuji has up his sleeve. But if he does, it'll be the biggest ass pull of the century. So I'm really hopeful that we don't get any of that. It'll be even a better conclusion if we just get him throwing hands. That would be nice. You know, I don't want any ass pull domain expansions, ass pull curse techniques that he just figures out during the middle of the battle. I think that would be a bad move. And then even after that, even if Yuta and Hakari fall to Sukuna, there's even worse outcomes that could be on the horizon, because the cursed spirits aren't even there. What happens if Kenjaku comes and joins the fight? What happens if the other cursed spirits like Mahito and Joko come join the fight? Then it's going to be fucked. Like, this whole arc is going to be fucked. I think that there's going to be a lot of deaths this arc, just like Shibuya Incident arc. There's going to be a lot of crazy fights that are going to be going on, but I do think that Sukuna is here to take some heads. He's not here to play around, man, and there's going to be a lot. If there's another arc after this, it's going to be a post-apocalyptic world, because there's no way they're getting out of this unscathed. There's going to be a lot of character deaths upcoming, and I'm really excited to see it in the next couple of chapters. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think any of the Jujutsu High characters can go toe-to-toe with Sukuna? Do you think Yuta and Hakari could pull it off, maybe double team him and get the win? Or do you think it's pretty much downhill from Kashimo? Because, hey, if you think Kashimo can pull it off, let me know in the comments below and give me a concrete explanation, because I don't think Kashimo is going to win it. He's been presented as a death flag the whole time. He's like, yeah, I just want to go all out and I'll be happy. Like, that doesn't sound like you're gonna win. That just sounds like you're ready to die and die fighting. That's really all it sounds like. So that's what I'm thinking. I do think that Jujutsu High is going to be in a world of trouble with Sukuna defeating Gojo, and on the horizon to defeat Kashimo next. There's going to be nobody to stop Sukuna. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like if you guys liked it, and subscribe if you want more Jujutsu Kaisen related content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.